Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Ogechi Aghaji, aka Oaghaji, back with another review. That's right, another one. Yeah, back with the reviews, huh? Anyway, today's review is going to be on the 2016 Japanese action film Reborn, starring Sakaguchi, Masaya Kato, Takumi Saitoh, Mariko Shinoda, Hitomi Hasebe, Issei Ishida, Akio Osaka, Yura Kondo, Orson Mochizuki, Kenta Sakaguchi. Kenta. Just want to make sure I got that right. Makoto Sakaguchi, Hiroko Yashiki, Masanori Mimoto, and the voice is Rina Takeda, well, which is cool. It also has a combat and tactical supervisor, Yoshitaka Inagawa, with fight with action choreography by the Triple Crown team, which consists of Sakaguchi, Yoshitaka Inagawa, and Yuji Shimomura, with collaborative story by Sion Sono, screenplay by Benno Saiki, and it's directed by Yuji Shimomura, the director of Death Trance and the fight choreographer for Versus, which I reviewed earlier. In fact, yeah, those two films I mentioned, yeah, I reviewed those, before. So yeah, pretty nice, huh? And produced by Uden Flameworks Inc., Art Hit Corporation Limited. Yeah. And man, and the music. Let's see. That's to say, no. But anyway, I just want to get on with the review because I wanted to talk about this since I'm a fan of Sakaguchi. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin. I'm going to read the synopsis as the best I can in the back of this awesome DVD, courtesy of RTL Films. So yeah, here it goes. Toshiro, a former Special Forces operative, now lives a quiet life in the Japanese countryside. Despite his seemingly peaceful existence, Toshiro struggles to contain the destructive impulses that once made him the top soldier in an elite unit of killers. But when his former commanding officer, the enigmatic Phantom, comes out of the shadows seeking revenge, Toshiro goes on a kill crazy rampage against a squad of ruthless assassins. Yeah, pretty nice description there, right? All right, let's talk about the story, the characters, and the acting. The story is pretty cool. You have, a former soldier, who's very skilled, in combat and whatnot, decides to retire live a quiet life. Excuse me, I got tongue tied, and the typical brain farts, right? Anyway, yeah, I like the fact that have our character being a former soldier, decided to live a quiet life and leave the killing and all that behind him, but was forced to come back due to his commanding officer and all that stuff. So, which is very interesting. The character of Toshiro is pretty cool, like I said. So, yeah. And Sakaguchi definitely did his thing playing this role, you know what I'm saying? So it's an A plus for me, you know what I'm saying? The other actors definitely did their thing as well, playing their roles and things of that nature, which is cool, which I like. I don't want to say too much about the story because of spoilers, but yeah, the story is pretty solid in my opinion, and the characters are also interesting. You know what I'm saying? Um, and the acting, like I said, pretty good. I want to give the rating over with the story, characters, and acting because I don't want to end up repeating myself over and over again. So the story, characters, and acting each get a 4 out of 5. Yeah. So yeah. Let's talk about the action, cinematography, and the editing in this film as well. The action, pretty dope. Very well choreographed, very well shot, very well edited. Yuji Shimomura, Sakaguchi, and let me see. Yeah, Yoshitaka Inagawa. Yeah, Yoshitaka Inagawa definitely did their thing as the Triple Crown team. And you had and their teams like Udon Filmworks, which is the film company. Yuji Shimomura, he definitely took his experience being a member of the Karate Action Club and being part of Donnie Yen's, action team, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff. It's pretty awesome, you know what I'm saying, because the action style of the Karate Action Club is a mixture of the Hong Kong action style with the Japanese action style, which is pretty unique. Yuji Shimomura, Sakaguchi, and these guys, they basically further evolve the action style, which is nice. Excuse me. Just had dinner. Um, what more can I say about the action? That's just pretty awesome. The film as a whole was shot very well. You know what I'm saying? The cinematographer, director of the photography. Let me see. Let me see. Where is it? Where? Damn. Uh, damn. I can't find it. But anyway, the person that did the cinematography definitely deserves a thumbs up. That I will say. Oh yeah, here it is. The DP, Tetsuya Kudo. Yeah, shouts out to Tetsuya Kudo for the cinematography because you definitely rocked it. And the lighting is also pretty good too. No complaints there. You know what I'm saying? Man, always with these brain farts I get in these off the cuff reviews. I gotta make them a little bit more scripted, like I used to back in the day. But hey, I'll manage. I'll get the hang of it. Anyway, um, other than that, all those other stuff, the brain farts, whatnot, the action, cinematography, editing, and the lighting each get a 5 out of 5 tops. Let's talk about the music. The music's pretty interesting, pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Even though there's not a whole lot of it for what I remember, but I need to get back into watching this just to make sure I'm correct. But if not, you can correct me in the comments below. But the music was composed pretty good. You know what I'm saying? No complaints. So I want to say more, but I haven't watched the film in a little while, so I need to get back into rewatching it. So yeah. But I will say, for what I remembered, it was composed very well. So the music gets a 4 out of 5. Overall, Reborn is a pretty dope, Japanese action film from the mid to late 2010s. I definitely recommend it, especially if you're a fan of Sakaguchi. So yeah, it gets a 4.5 out of 5 for sure, for sure. Hopefully y'all enjoy this review. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for the brain farts, y'all. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention a little tired. From cooking all that, and it's a little late. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'll manage. If y'all like this review, stay tuned for more reviews along the way, and stay tuned for more other videos along the way. You know what I'm saying? If y'all like this video, y'all can like and share it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can subscribe to the Oaghaji 27 YouTube channel and hit that notification bell, to give you a heads up and all that stuff. And y'all can also follow me on my other social media accounts as well. So with all that being said, this is your boy Ogechi Aghaji, aka Oaghaji, aka the Pervy Sensei, signing out. Peace.